Of course, you can imagine getting fucking swatted, even if it's the Canadian version of it, could be a bit upsetting. And I started paying attention. I put my video up. I missed all of this happening in real time. Watched Andy's video. Apparently, apparently, I'm not Mr. Popularity when it comes to Chungus. He does not like me very much. Who could have figured? I don't know why I'm such a good boy. Well, I have some ideas on why that might be, but let's take a look at what Andy had to say in relation to Ian's feelings on me.
He hates Mr. Metokur. Like Ian Miles Chung, I've never heard someone talk about Mr. Metokur so much and how much he hates him.
I am deeply hated by our little boy, Ian Miles Cheong. It's fucking hurtful. I mean, I don't, I, you know, so I try to live with it. I try to live with the shame of it. Uh, I was thinking, why would he dislike me so much? Well, there are a few possibilities as to why that might be. Let me see if I can find it here. I should have been prepared. Why am I not prepared? Oh, this is sad. This is what happens when you're not up. There we are. I am now. I mean, I am a good boy. I like to be ahead of the show. What can I say? This video came out like 3 or 4 years ago. I really wish Jules' version was still up. He did a Boys from the South version on on Ian that is fucking way better. But this might be the reason he doesn't like me, extending back 4 years. Let's take a look. It's only 3 minutes long. It gives you an idea of the sort of things Ian gets into. This was put up onto a secondary account, another account, just getting the word out there about slandering poor KSI. Ian Miles Chong, lead editor of GamerRanks, claims to be a journalist. But is he? GamerRanks' stated mission is to provide editorials and daily updates on the industry and its games. It says it's highly staffed by highly opinionated writers who aren't afraid of speaking their mind. We pull no punches with our coverage and give you what we want, especially if what we want is enthusiastic cynicism. But recently, a story ran on his website which violates those very principles. Oh, actually, did I say 4 years ago? If this is recently, that story's from 2012. Okay, I'm the hipster version of an internet asshole. I've been fucking with Ian for 7 years. Which leads to one and only one conclusion. Ian Miles Chong is a liar and a racist. The story, Sexually Assaulting Women at a Gaming Convention is Not Okay, whose title was later changed to Sexually Assaulting Women Verbally or Otherwise at a Gaming Convention is Not Okay, was written by Wesley Copeland and was recently posted on October 5th. It profiled the story of a YouTube user, KSI, who went to the Eurogame Expo. He ran a video series where he acted awkwardly, approached women, asked for their consent, and then proceeded to make risque comments, going as far as to motorboat one of the women. What straight heterosexual man wouldn't want to do that? Well, I know one. Ian Miles Chong, confirmed homosexual. The article then goes on to state that this constitutes sexual harassment and that KSI violated these women. Now ask yourselves, why would Ian Miles Chong have a problem with this video? After all, recently, Joe Goes to Comic-Con, which is a video in a very similar vein and with a very similar premise, was found to be hilarious by him and his colleagues. The difference? Joe is white, KSI is black. After posting the video and receiving some public pushback, Ian Miles Chong took to Twitter to defame and libel some more KSI and his followers. The matters weren't helped when the victim in the video that the article states was sexually violated went herself onto Twitter and defended KSI, stating she had given consent. She goes on to further state that Ian Miles Chong should fuck off and talk to some girls, something as a homosexual I'm sure he's not accustomed to. So just who is this self-described turbo-feminist? Ian Miles Chong, as he appears in this picture, is an Asian man. And yet in the picture he chooses to use on most of his social networks, you can see he's considerably darker. One picture, he's a normal Asian man. The next picture, he's darker in tone. Remind you of anyone? Just like Mitt Romney, Ian Miles Cheong hates black people and the poor. Part of his feminist homosexual agenda is to destroy black men. And if he can't do it through articles, he'll do it himself by hopping into his KKK SUV and driving them over, as seen here in this picture. Having seen this irrefutable evidence that Ian Miles Cheong, due to his turbo-feminist homosexual agenda, is out to literally kill KSI, or at the very least, damage his reputation beyond repair, I ask you to take action and make it known that you won't let racist journalists get away with this. He can be contacted at @StillGray on Twitter. Be sure to share your thoughts with him and let him know he won't get away with the conspiracy. Thank you.
Dong. Dong.
Dong, Grandpa is talking to you.
Dong. Where is my automobile?
Automobile?
So, maybe that had a part of it. Maybe that was a small part of what's going on. I can't tell you. Ian, you need to pay for that pupper. All right, I remember your history. Other people don't. I do. I do, champ. I remember what happened with that fucking article. They released this. I'll give you the backstory. They released this fucking article on KSI, basically alluding to the fact that he sexually assaulted women at a convention. The woman comes out and says, "You people are fucking retards, that didn't happen." And then they changed the title subtly to verbally or otherwise is not okay. Couldn't retract it or put up an edit explaining that they were wrong. They just wanted to keep rolling with it for clicks. And Ian there was involved in it and defending it at the time. And this chick did not like his ass one bit. And yes, the voice is, young Jim. You should hear the Haberhaus videos. Fucking video games. But yeah, that might be what it is. It could be that. It could be the fact that I'm the one that pried him out into showing his DMs with Bombot in regards to what happened to Wild Goose. It could be the fact that when he went on to Destiny's stream, Destiny and I laughed at him. And he might be still salty about that. He went on to Destiny's stream to talk about an article. He wrote an article about a new law in California. And he didn't know anything about the new law. Not a single fucking thing. And Destiny basically face-fucked him in front of an audience of about 8,000 on Twitch. And when I finally got to speak, I said, you kind of look fucking retarded, Ian. And then I pulled up the shit. The point he was trying to make, I found in 5 minutes. But our journalist here couldn't. Our journalist who wrote a fucking article on it couldn't find the information I found when he had days of preparation to do it that I found in 5 minutes on a stream with fucking Destiny. And Destiny, of all people, accepted the information from me. So maybe if he had done his due diligence, he wouldn't be in that situation. But again, he worked for an organization and with people that had no problem putting up essentially misleading titles on articles and then getting told they're wrong and not really amending those articles because they wanted that clickbait revenue. Going a bit off topic, but it's a little history for you. Maybe someday I'll regale you with my adventures with Pete Hines, the VP of PR at Bethesda, and how I fucked with that guy for like a decade.